Marcus Revel was willing to trade the illusion of his sanity to keep his home. The day before, neighbors found signs taped lopsidedly to telephone poles, slid under their front doors, and swirling around the playground. Last chance yard sale, 237 Horder Street. Saturday, 6 a.m. until... Come for the food, stay for the history you make. Beautiful antiques, funky knickknacks. Help me get my house back. The signs had appeared overnight, scribbled in what appeared to be red crayon on the backs of paper bags. But that wasn't what startled the neighbors. No, the signs were confusing because everyone knew Marcus Revel didn't own his house. Like most of them, he had traded his life savings and his John Hancock for a promise. So Marcus Revel drew a large crowd in part because his neighbors wanted to see what the signs really meant, and in part because the signs were wholly out of character for the quiet, respectable man they knew Marcus Revel to be. The Marcus Revel they knew hid signs of indignity beneath clean clothes and a well-maintained beard, not tacked onto public spaces. By 10 a.m., the small audience in front of Marcus's house looked like the type of crowd one might see when firemen tuck a man off a ledge. The old folks gripped coffee mugs while staring wide-eyed at the lawn, the melodrama adding color to their cheeks. Mrs. Solomon squeezed the hand of the 5-year-old daughter she had just adopted from Macon, Georgia. A follower of Father Divine offered to lead a prayer session. Marcus's best friend, Al, tried to get people off the sidewalk and into the yard to make a purchase or two, while Marcus's 8-year-old son, Max, strutted around the yard, fingering old toys like an underpaid store clerk. The entire scene was buttressed by the smell of Marcus's pecan barbecue, wafting under the noses of his neighbors, as Marcus focused his attention on the baby back ribs that needed slathering. As much slathering as it would take for him to forget how low he had sunk. Mrs. Solomon clicked her tongue. Imagine ribs at this hour. What could Marcus be thinking? But still, she didn't move, and neither did anyone else. Al attempted to persuade Marcus to abandon the grill and say something to the crowd. They want to know why they are here, Marcus. They want to know what the hell is going on. Marcus hated public speaking, but he hated the idea of being homeless more. He walked from the grill to the edge of his manicured lawn and wiped his hands on his apron. I want to thank you all for coming out here so early and spending your Saturday morning with me, he said, looking at no one in particular. Marcus paused. I am behind on my payment to Mr. Friedrich, he said, touching his short black beard and clearing his throat. I owe him $300, and he said he will take my house from me if I don't get it to him by Monday. Please understand I am a proud man and this is not easy. But all I want is to provide a home for my son. And so here I am, offering what I can. Mrs. Solomon cast her eyes downward. Others felt cherry pits in their throats. The old folks shook their heads. They didn't want to see Marcus Revel pleading on his front lawn to keep a house that wasn't even his. Who is that? Lord Solomon whispered, pointing at Marcus during his speech. That is Mr. Marcus Revel. Mrs. Solomon answered her new daughter. And please don't point, she admonished, folding Lord's finger back into her palm. Is he crazy? No, baby. Just sad and desperate is all. Marcus had been the olive branch on the stunted Revel family tree. While the other boys drank the fear of war away with cheap beer, Marcus handed out see-you-laters instead of goodbyes, talking about how great his life would be when he got back. I'm going to be a doctor, and I'll open up a family clinic right over there, he used to say, nodding toward the abandoned blue row home on the corner. And the war didn't break him, but the way the country treated him afterward did. After the war, he went to a bar once a week to drink beers with 2 friends from the army.